BL. Whoops. BLN. Alright, let's go athletic. By doing this. And Wi-Fi. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Where else do you see someone get their cheeks clapped and then hop on the booth not but 5 minutes later? Welcome to FedEx Field in beautiful Washington, D.C. We have a game that's effectively going to decide this division here. It is the 10-5 Philadelphia Eagles. It is the 9-6 Washington Commanders. I am joined by the most beautiful man, not just in this league, but that I've ever seen with my own two eyes, ladies and gentlemen. Lucky, how's it going?
Him. I'm the guy he talked about.
Yes.
I'm good, man. Glad to be here.
Absolutely. We've got a matchup that's led to a lot of fireworks over this cycle. They're about 50-50 against each other. I don't believe either of them have really dominated the other per se, as McLaurin's doing his absolute best. But real quick, I guess we'll start with Justin because he is, taking the field to start this game. What do you think his offensive keys to the game are to start to beat Jesse?
Well, we know that he's going to try to get Zach White going. He has a very, let's call it, unique play style that often involves him leaving the pocket, trying to get creative. He is good at extending plays, and Zach White is good at finding a way to improvise and turn those plays that should not happen into something positive. But also on those same plays, he has a tendency to try too much. So I think his goal for the game is, do his thing, play his game, but he can't make those big mistakes at key opportunities that he's somewhat prone to.
Justin doing exactly what he said he would on the last stream, starting with the counter to the left. It did not work, as we're going to have a handoff here on 2nd and 14. Interesting play call. Woods with a really nice in-space tackle there to prevent what could have been a bigger gain. Already 3rd and long, and, I've always said this is... I think a big part of Madden is like who gets the ball to start, right? And more importantly, who gets the ball to start the second half. I think getting the ball to start the game is a disadvantage because then, you're potentially playing from behind in that second half. And if you get stopped on your first drive, I think that is like such a huge deal in Madden, and we're headed towards that potentially here with two, pretty ineffective plays from Justin, as you are echoing a little, Lucky. I don't know.
I can turn down... Is that any better?
Zach White drops back, throws it into coverage, intercepted by Key, who knows the keys, and will this be a pick six? He does not have the angle. He's going to take it to the 11-yard line. Zach White decleats him. Oh, my God. Just about as horrendous of a start as you could ask for, and yes, Lucky, that is better. Thank you.
Okay, great. Yeah, that's the game right there, right? Not the game, but that's what Justin needs to not do. This... I'm not going to say Jesse might not have some similar issues protecting the ball, but this game is going to come down to who can limit the amount of mistakes that they make. That's how these two users play the game, and that's just that's tough. That's a tough start.
What I'll say about Jesse is that, as DeAndre Swift takes for about a gain of 4, what I'll say about him is that, yes, you're right, sometimes he does have issues with protecting the ball. Sometimes he has issues with too many turnovers, but generally when he gets an early lead, I think he plays very smart at that point. It's very, I guess, game script dependent, like how well he does, and this is not a bad start here. He's going to do his own counter to the left. DeAndre Swift has not a lot of room. Tries to juke up Davis, able to take him down. Dan saying, "Let's fucking go, Jesse." Rooting for a Eagles win here, or Dan's Bucks.
This is we were kind of talking about in chat a little bit earlier. This is one of those games that in a normal year would be week 17, would be week 18 now,
yes.
Now that there's 17 games. And this would be deciding it on the last day of the season. Sadly, it doesn't seem to be, but I think we can kind of agree that the winner of this game, at least especially on Jesse's side, will absolutely clinch the division if they win it.
As Jalen Hurts will drop back for the first time all game, he will take off. No one's open. Going to have to eat this. Instead, Hurts is going to roll back out and take a huge sack. A loss of 23 there. Olujalari with the sack. Oh, my goodness.
I don't know how confident he is in his kicking. Maybe for him, a 50-yarder is more or less just a 30-yarder. But, man, what are we doing here? We got to be making smart plays.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like, it's not even so much the distance of the field goal, because, I mean, that's pretty automatic regardless, I think. But, I mean, Jalen Hurts could have easily fumbled there. Like so many
Right.
things could have happened there. Fortunately for Jesse, he still is able to put three on the board, and that's a huge bailout, honestly, for Washington, because throwing a pick, Jesse taking it all the way back to the 11, you're kind of expecting the worst there. And to hold him to only three is a big deal here, as we have kind of an outside run. Cook with a lot of room. Dalvin Cook, I believe, jukes a man and takes it all the way up to the 47-yard line. The first productive play here for the Commanders.
Ooh. Dalvin Cook on the season. Let's see. How's his running game looking this year? 170 carries for 800 yards, 10 touchdowns.
Eh,
He's averaging just under 5 yards per carry, which in this cycle is nothing too amazing. Got
no.
a lot of guys up over 5 to 6 yards per carry, but he can definitely get something going here, especially if Jesse has to respect that passing game from Zach Wyatt.
Zach Wyatt, his first completion. Yeah, there are a lot of things you have to respect. You have to respect the no-look dead-eye. You have to respect, TTE, everything that all of Justin's opponents have complained about in the past. I do want to give Justin his credit and say that I think similarly to Jesse, like when things are rolling, he can have a really good offensive scheme. Again,
Mm-hmm.
it's these two users are kind of like looking at each other in the mirror. It's very game script dependent, so we'll see what he can do. As we have a second straight RPO, McLaurin with his first catch able to take it to the 25. It gets decleated, gets rocked, but able to get a first down as the Commanders starting to put a drive together.
Yeah, Justin in games where he's actually like just legitimately locked in, he very much is an intelligent guy who finds his reads, hits them quick, and if he doesn't see him, he hits the check down.
Mm-hmm.
That's when he's most frustrating to play.
Mm-hmm.
And if he can bring that and kind of ring that in a little bit, he can
Play
actually get
action
things
as no
going.
one is open. Zach Wyatt, was he about to what? Was he about to throw
It
that all
was
the way
not a
across the
throwaway.
field?
That was not a throwaway. He was
Yeah,
throwing that to the end zone. That's I think we're seeing what kind of Justin we're going to get today. I think we're in for some fireworks.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it, Liz. This
More
is
entertaining
this
than
is
anything.
exactly what I need after the L I just took. Like those are the types of reads I need. As we have again another RPO as he does hit the out route. Mims not quite able to get the first down, but almost as good there, third and inches.
I like to think he learned that from watching me.
I mean, you're a schematic innovator. That's what I've always said.
Yeah, that's what most people think. I'm kind of one of those guys people DM a lot asking for offensive tips.
I have to DM me for a Week 18 game as we have a. Ooh, as Bigsby just gets the first down. The fullback dive almost got bagged up there, but able to get the half yard he needed.
I really like those fullback dives out of strong or out of weak.
Yeah.
I think they're a lot of fun. And I think a lot of times they get you just enough. If you need more than half a yard, you maybe not don't want to do it, but they consistently will get you that half.
So we have more play action. Zach Wright rolls out right into the coverage, able to. Oh my lord! Raymond gets decleated. Jesse lands those hit sticks with the best of them. We haven't seen quite as many hit stick fumbles this season, but gotta watch out for that.
Yeah, we haven't, but Jesse's is launching them regardless today. And I caught one against Dan. Was that right, Dan? Or sorry, that might have been against somebody else. And it was like the first time all cycle I think I had gotten a hit stick fumble because this cycle we're only seeing them on those strip tackle battles.
Very, very rare. Second and 6 as we have a stretch here. Key takes away pretty nicely, and the block shed gets in. This Eagles D line, I mean, you know it, I know it. It's nothing to play with. And if Jesse can keep getting sheds like that, it's gonna
And
be.
and another spotlight that we got to put a spotlight on. Is it Denard Key? I believe is this
Yeah.
middle linebacker
Mm-hmm.
AI player. Jesse going back to like Madden 17, Madden 18. He's always been a really strong user. He's
Ooh.
really good at positioning his guys. What you call this?
Little mid-zone KO there, I believe, for Denard Key, able to knock that out as Zach Wyatt and company, after a strong opening to their drive, are going to be forced to settle for three here. His kick is up, kick is good. Tie ball game.
But yeah, that's what Denard Key does. Like he's always there. Jesse has a really strong user, stretching back to the beginning of Better League. He's always been near, especially back when like linebackers ruled the league in terms of interceptions every year. He was
Yeah.
always these guys were always leading the league in that. He's always been really strong there. Denard Key is no exception. He's been fantastic this whole cycle. I think that's gonna be a really big battle to watch.
And then back in Madden 17, I was in a division with Chase and Jesse, and I threw like a million picks a year because I was just. I mean, I'm trash at throwing to begin with, but we had that going on as we have a halfback smash here. Swift with room. Swift with one man to beat this slow-ass Commanders team, not able to catch up to him. Gets to the 41-yard line as he could have driven a truck through that hole.
That's one of the strengths that the Commanders had, at least at the beginning of the cycle. I'm not sure what Justin has done with it, but that front seven They started with a lot of weapons down there.
Play action as Tyler again gets lit up to these users. Two of the best hit stickers in the league. We'll see if that plays a factor. But yeah, I mean, Jesse probably uses those play action boot concepts more than anyone. Just like a basic levels concept. You have your flats, you have your intermediate crosser, right? He will hit one of them if you're not able to handle both of them, as he will have, again, RPO City here. Is Smith able to take it? Not for a ton, still able to get a gain of 5.
RPOs, man, they're just so safe. They just make you feel all
Yeah.
warm and fuzzy inside because like you're not gonna drop the baby. That just doesn't happen. But like you can just kind of rock it to sleep and just kind of lay with it for a little bit, and you won't like it.
That's beautiful. I like it.
Take it off with it. Yeah, it's just I love me some RPOs. Warren's crying somewhere.
Maybe I should run more than like one every other game. Maybe I should actually like do that more. I don't know.
You should just wait till after next week.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe next season, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe next season I'll start making some good play calling decisions here. 3rd and 3. I'm curious. I'm curious what Jesse's approaches to this area of the field here. Like if this ends up being a 4th and 2, 4th and 3 situation, does he see this as 4 down territory? With the extra possession in the second half. I'm curious to know. I mean, Jesse's usually a pretty conservative user, as he will hand it off swift with not a ton of room. And yeah, again, 4th and 2. This is where I'm curious to see what Philadelphia's going to do.
I'm going for it. I think that the way that our fourth down rules are set up, almost every user should be going for it every single time they have 4th and 2 inside the opponent's 40.
Yeah.
I think even if you're struggling against an opponent's defense, 2 yards in this Madden, it's very, very doable.
Kicks up by Jake Elliott, and unsurprisingly, kick is good, 6-3 again. Jesse, I think, historically, I mean, he's probably one of the most conservative users in the league in terms of his, go versus kick decisions, etc. He's just like not the guy who's going to be super, some say aggressive, some say reckless, some say
Sure.
some say smart.
Something analytics minded.
Yeah, some say analytics minded. I know what Steele would say, but Terry McLaurin, retarded! Oh my goodness, the 2 jukes able to take it to the 41-yard line. That was kind of hot.
Holy shit! I love those double jukes.
Yeah.
The way that jukebox and evasive are set up this cycle, you can create some really cool situations with it.
You absolutely can. It's so nice. I don't know what type of tackling Allen had. I could not juke his people for the life of me. I don't know. He was just good at getting his positioning.
Like there are just some games where I think EA just decides to today.
Wyatt drops back. Corner route was open the entire time. Mason with the catch, and the acrobat screwed over Jesse there. A diving pick where is nowhere near it as that. This is going to be by far the biggest catch of the game. Able to take it to the round of 25.
And that's one of those plays that TTE gets away with. Like that route was open immediately. He could have hit it so soon, but he waited till the last possible moment, scrambling outside, throwing across his body, and still somehow walks away with 40 yards.
Stretch Cook with not a lot. Yeah, I mean it's a situation where it's tough. I mean he had a wide open read, didn't see it. Reed was there for, like you said, a good 4 or 5 seconds IRL, and just at the last possible second he throws it. And Wyatt, unlike a lot of quarterbacks that Justin's had in the past, Wyatt has the ability, despite being on the run, he has the ability to put that on a dime and able to get the first down. And now 2nd and 10, double A gap. Y'all know what I'm doing against this look. This is inside zone time if these are the Minnesota Vikings. But instead, Zach Wyatt will drop back, has the out route open, instead goes to the dump off Dalvin Cook. Not quite with a first.
Yeah, that's a good play. Justin's going to keep trying to find ways to push it downfield. But what's there is what's there. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense is going to give you.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if Justin can find that balance, yeah, he'll be really dangerous. It's just a matter of, can he? Because historically he sometimes struggles with that. But see what he was able to do. Brings his safety down, unsurprisingly. I'd definitely be ready for an RPO here, as it will be. Now it's just straight up inside zone here. Fitzpatrick the backup with his second carry. I guess that's the 3rd down back, but regardless, able to get the first down. Do. I'll ask you this on mic. Are we still playing FIFA after this, or do you think you're going to go to bed?
Definitely not going to bed. I'm down to do just about anything.
Oh, say less. All right. I love that energy. 1st and 10 as we have this time. We have an RPO again. Fitzpatrick with, I thought room, but Wheatley made quick work of that. 2nd and 6 is, this is this drive's kind of just plodding along slowly and steadily. We haven't really seen a lot of chunk plays, but that's okay. This is a good situation for Justin Bean as he will drop back, has crosser open, hits it wide open. Although Dawson not able to get the touchdown because he was forced to dive for that.
Ooh. That's a tough animation to get. That's the play worked exactly the way he wanted. Got the man coverage like he needed on the routes like that. But Zach Wyatt just missed by a little bit. Hopefully this doesn't cost him here.
This should be an easy QB sneak. I mean, I hope that's what he came out in. As he instead is going to do a very just delayed handoff to Dalvin Cook. I don't know about that.
That's a tough look. Yeah, like you said, the defensive front that he came out against, that's QB sneak city right there.
Yeah.
He just didn't recognize it.
Yeah. Either didn't recognize it or didn't come out in it initially and then doesn't have it for some reason in his custom audibles. You gotta have it in your custom audibles. But Dan saying I'm tired that it's playoffs. Dan, that's exactly the energy I need out of you. Exactly the energy I need out of you. Again, gotta watch the RPOs. They're so dangerous. Instead, we will have a touch passes Dawson. Oh my god!
Jeez.
Nolan Smith said, hell no. Whoa.
So all this starts because Zach Wyatt misses the crosser by just like a foot or so.
Yes.
Receiver has to dive, can't get the touchdown.
Yes.
Justin makes an odd read to not just keep sneaking up the middle, and now all of a sudden he's facing 3rd and 7.
Yeah.
It's
two interesting play calls here as he will drive back, seam shot, touchdown, Mason.
Whew. That's a nice throw from Wyatt. If he throws that even a split second later, that might get picked off.
That was nice, yeah. Absolutely. Woo! Yeah, that's like a split-second read you gotta make, and Zach Wyatt made it. Good throw from Justin is now 10-6. Philadelphia, they're in a situation where they can double up, though, right? Because they get the ball here, they get the ball to start the second half. If they play this right, Justin could potentially not see the ball for a long, long time, but that's... it's a matter of if Jesse can play it right, and we'll see.
Yeah.
We will see.
Well, yeah, it's tough because you want to try to push the ball down the field. You want to try to get something out of this in the last 3 minutes. But if you try too hard, get a quick 3 and out, all of a sudden Justin has an opportunity to push it up 2 possessions. That's a mistake that I made against Wozy in our game earlier. I tried to make sure I got that one last score before halftime, and I ended up giving him the ball back.
Oh my goodness, a wide open seam for Dukes as he is going to take this coast to coast for the touchdown.
I take back everything I said.
Okay. I mean, that's one way to shut the commentators up. Just go get yourself a 100-yard kick return touchdown. Tampa Bay fans are fired up. Philly fans are fired up. Going crazy. Washington fans are crying, and we have now, all of a sudden, a 13-10 ball game, and now Justin gets punched in the mouth here a little bit right after punching Jesse in the mouth. Gonna have to respond.
If there's anything I know about Jesse is that he loves punching Justin in the mouth.
Don't I know it? Shout out Grand Rapids. To be clear, he didn't actually punch Justin in the mouth, but
we can pretend.
We can pretend. As he will oh my goodness, look out, ladies and gentlemen! Ooh, if that last block holds up for a couple more seconds. All right, Washington gonna get the ball back.
Special teams, man. Special teams.
Oh, man. I'd like to ban kicking it to the side. I think you should have to kick it down the middle. That's the rule pros I have is here's the fake one, has the crosser wide open, hit it a little late, although Mason's still able to come down with it. Zach Wyatt throws a hot one there is now 13-10, and that, go ahead.
I was just going to say, like, aside from that touchdown pass, it has felt like Justin has just been late reading every single play.
Yes.
And at a certain point, this is really going to cost him.
There are a few users in the league who bite hard on every fake you do, like whether it's play action, whether it's a fake jet pass like this. Jesse is one of those users. He always has been, and not to be too. I'm sure I don't know if Jesse's going to listen to this back, but that is something I utilize consistently against him. Is like those fake jet passes where he'll just like completely abandon his zone and go cover it. So I would assume that Justin's picked up on that by now, and that's why he maybe threw that play in there. But that's something you can get. Yeah,
I definitely. It's definitely the flip side of a number of people that are good users. Is sometimes the reason you're a big user is because you know when to commit and not to commit.
Yes.
And sometimes it also just bites you in the ass.
Yes.
Sometimes you just got to be aggressive on those, and it bites you.
who's another user who bites on those too much?
Mm.
Is the current NFC one seed.
Mm.
I'll just say
Doesn't
that.
know.
I'll just say that. 13-10. At least he does against me. We hit the 2-minute warning here, 2nd and 2. Only a 3-man rush as he just takes the check down, and you'll take that. Dotson with a easy pitch and catch.
He had there's something weird going on with the defense there. The cornerback on the right side, who was supposed to be covering his own third, sprinted across the field right when the ball was hiked, and left a guy wide open.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, if Justin had seen that, that was easy six.
He's gotta love man. Sometimes inside zone, Cook hesitates. I'm not sure why, but still able to take it for gain of 5. Is hi Troy.
Who we got in here right now?
We got a few people. Let's see. We got Ben, Dan, yourself. We got Jesse listening in. We got Nico. Shout out to Nico. We got Cloud, and we got Monk. So shout out to all y'all. That's for 1 a.m. Eastern. That's nice viewership. I'll take that.
On a Friday night. Yeah,
Zach Wyatt will drop back hits. They almost ran into each other, but Mims has room. Mims tries to take it up. Jukes 2 Eagles and scores. Oh my God!
I'm not sure that was thrown to him.
It was the timing of it was really awkward. It was like right when they.
The other receiver coming across the middle did a catch animation as well, so he was prepared to grab it if this guy didn't.
I love that. That's good awareness from both players. Absolutely love to see it. All right, 17-13. This game's kind of kicking off here. We had a bit of a slow start, a bit of a plodding start offensively, but 3 straight touchdowns, and now Philadelphia going to get the ball. And again, I'm going to repeat myself in the same situation where they could potentially double up, as he's going to try to take it out again. Does not have the room. Does Dukes. Still fights for every yard. And now, minute 23 timeouts. What's your approach here for Philly, knowing that you get the ball to start the second?
I'm probably pushing for a field goal. My mindset is let me get into field goal range, and anything more than that is great. But
sure.
That's I think that's the extent of what I'm hoping for. Because I don't want to risk giving the ball back. Kind of like we said before, you risk giving the ball back too quick. All of a sudden, we saw 2 touchdowns in the last minute and a half. I definitely don't want to give Justin another opportunity to score this drive or this half.
Monk, if you and Alan could collab on a BLN theme song, I'd appreciate that. We need some musical talent in here. I certainly am not the person to provide that, so we can we really need something. 2nd and 1. This looks like he might be setting up for a shot play here. Hurts is not. Oh my goodness! As Lattimore gets burned off the edge, but able to catch up. Do you think that's a bad throw out of Hurts or just low speed? What was that? Because he was burnt by 3 yards.
That kind of looked like the receiver had to slow down. I'm not sure that
yeah
made the throw that he needed to make in that moment. That's a tough one for Jesse.
Yeah. I certainly am not the person. If Monk, if you need me to send you some samples of me just screaming things, just let me know. I can do that. 3rd and 1, minute 9 remaining. Handoff here. Swift able to get the first down. Not much more. I was a little worried he was going to get stopped, but he did not. And now, not calling timeout, not doing no huddle, just taking their time here.
I don't hate it. Maybe see if you can get something on this play. Try to get up there quickly and see if you can get something on this play.
Sure.
If you start calling timeouts and immediately throw an incompletion, then you're just you're on a fast track to giving the ball back.
With Washington also having 3 timeouts, calls the same underplay again. Swift able to take it out of bounds, approaching midfield.
Yeah, now if you're Jesse, all you need is just another 20 yards or so. You're easily, not even in this bad. You're 10 to 15 yards away from field goal range. I'm still not pushing for too much more than that. Taking it if I can get it, but
as soon as your offense takes the field, you're in field goal range. That's how it is now. Pretty crazy. 43 seconds remaining. There was good coverage there. Look out! Ooh, as Smith undercuts the route. I thought that was a pick 6 for Martin. I got scared.
I think Jesse did too, the way he hurdled after he caught it. Sheesh.
We've all been there. The panic dive, panic hurdle right after you catch it. Oh, God. I mean, if I'm Justin, Martin can't just stand there. He needs to go get that ball. That was...
Absolutely.
That was unfortunate.
Yeah, that's one Justin's going to want back.
Play action. Shot play. Hurts with a throw out of sack, and I'll tell you what, I think he's about to throw it right to Justin's user, so... A little upset if I'm watching that the pressure got through there, honestly.
Yeah, this is definitely some of the gameplay of all time.
I like that. That's good analysis out of you. And you're not wrong. This is some of the gameplay. of all time here. As he will once again drop back. Good pressure here. Takes a shot up into coverage as Brown gets decleated by Milano. Not able to come down with it. Now 3rd and 10. I'll be honest, I don't know where Philly is on the field, but I'm not opposed to just running this and taking my 3 at this point because we've seen some suspect reads this drive. I would run this.
Yeah, I don't know what the wind situation is, but even if it's 8 miles an hour in your face, you can kick a field goal from here.
Yeah.
I'm not risking it.
Yeah. Users the free safety. May have A coming open. Does have A coming open. Lattimore is in the vicinity. Smith able to come down with it. 1st and 10 approaching the red zone. Timeout. Philly.
That might be one of the first reads I've seen all game from Jesse that inspired confidence.
Yeah, that was nice. You know, rolled out when he saw the pressure coming in. Hit Smith on that crosser. That was nice as he's going to hit him with his own. Yep, and again, he bites on it, though not as bad. A's open. Dallas Goddard. Ooh, they're going to give him the touchdown, and I do think he scored the touchdown. So,
oh, wow.
Hell of a drive. Hell of a drive from Philly to come back and really take control of this game.
See, all that, and he's only used one timeout. He just
right.
The ball so quickly.
Yeah. Well, chunk plays. Chunk plays got out of bounds a couple times.
3 minutes ago, we were talking about if we're worried about Jesse giving the ball back to Justin too quickly, and now here we are, 2:45 later.
Now that was a drive. I mean, 3 different times we could have seen an interception from Jalen Hurts, right? None of them went in Justin's favor, and now Jesse's in a really good position as McLaurin's gonna not do a ton. 12 seconds left. Now, if I know Justin, he's taking a shot here. I don't know if he should, but
yeah,
I think he will.
I think I like the idea of drawing up one play to see if you can get that chunk yardage for a field goal.
Sure.
Maybe just something up the seam, something you could swallow if you need to.
Yeah.
Knowing Justin, he might do that and then still end up throwing into double coverage.
Yeah.
That's absolutely not what you want to do.
Zach White's going to roll out as he throws it up. There's that no-look dead eye for you. Mims able to come down with it. No one calling timeout, probably for the best, and that will take us to the end of the first half in this divisional deciding game here. Jesse's Philadelphia Eagles have a 3-point lead on Justin's Washington Commanders, trying to win their first divisional title of the cycle.
Oh, man, you talk about let's try to get a chunk play to move the ball downfield, and instead what he does is throws a cross-body 3-yard dump off.
You know what? That's the type of scheme that could win the NFC East right here. We'll see. He's got a half left to figure this out.
It's been an entertaining game so far.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is what I wanted out of this game. Like we've seen some good reads, some good decisions from both. We've seen some very questionable decision making from both, and here we are. High stakes, Better League football on Better League Network. This is what we need.
We do this. We do
this. We do this. Let's go, baby. 2017, like I said, Philly will get the ball to start the second half, so could potentially take control of this game with a touchdown drive. Duke's already with 1 kick return touchdown to his name, not able to get even to the 20-yard line there. As Jalen Hurts is going to take back over, and if you're Justin, like based on what you've seen, approach-wise, it feels like we haven't really seen a ton of this Eagles offense other than that one sustained drive earlier, but like, what's your defensive approach here if you're Justin based on what you've seen?
I'm going to keep stacking the box. I want to make sure that
that's good usering. That's good using. Oh Lord!
Wow.
Could have, should have, would have been a Milano pick, but instead.
Yeah, I think for both users, I think my goal here is keep that box kind of full.
Mm-hmm.
Keep stopping the run, because if I'm either offense, I'm trying to get that run going.
I don't
avoid having to pass the ball.
I don't want to roast an individual play too hard. Where the fuck was Justin's user going there? He just started running backwards for like 10 yards. My goodness. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, like you said, I think stack the box, bait them into looking deep. They'll get a couple chunk plays doing that, but history tells you they'll also throw a couple of picks, and
right.
That's what we're looking for here for our Commanders fans. 2nd and 9, and when I say we, I mean Dan Raynone, because again, he's rooting very hard for those Philadelphia Eagles right now. Play action. He will drop back. Oh my God! As he gets thrown down, Ojulari already with, I believe, an interception to his name, able to come down with that one.
Yeah, it is a tough front seven to do a whole lot against. I mean, at this point, it's like a lot of teams are pretty stacked down there, but I see the Commanders. They're
We're
no different.
gonna see a shot. Oh, I saw it! I thought he came down with it for a second. I was about to be hot, but Goddard's not able to come down with that one. Is Morty putting his threes in the chat as we have a new subscriber, ladies and gentlemen. Gridiron614 subscribing with Twitch Prime. We appreciate you, and welcome to Better League Network, baby. We do this. Like Lucky just said, we do this. The most elite. Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's the Zach Wyatt of kick return or power play. Classic.
I think Justin and Zach Wyatt are just a match made in heaven. Like perfect player user fit. 2017 again. Zach Wyatt under center. We are going to see again another RPO. Dalvin Cook with absolutely no type of room. This Eagles D line, man. I mean, 7 for 17, and it's for a good reason because they've been getting sheds all game.
I feel like this one of the big differences I've seen since we moved to comp was before my philosophy was really just pound the rock, because if you give your guy the ball 20 to 25 times, you're gonna break a few. I felt that so much less on since we switched to comp. It feels like when the run game's not working, it's been a lot tougher to like get it going later on.
Denard Key there, like you said, like Dan was saying earlier, potential all-cycle team member. When it comes down to it, not able to make the play there. Instead, Mason able to get it on the wheel route. Is now 3rd and 4 for Washington. Is really the whole playbook open to you here, although not necessarily against this front. Showing blitz, drops him back, and I like that. Takes a quick dump off. It's Patrick gets horse collar. Jesus Christ! So we got a first down.
That can't be legal.
You wouldn't think so, but
here we are.
Listen, better league, no blood, no foul. Or if you just like bump someone running their route, then they'll call illegal contact. But other than that, no blood, no foul. So we have a read option. Zach White with no type of room tries to juke out as Jalen Carter.
Oh my God!
On just a random read option play goes down.
That's tough. Oh man, that's tough. Jalen Carter, probably the only player right now rivaling Brian Breezy for the league lead in tackles for loss. He has about 44 of them, I think, coming into this game. So that can't understate how big of a loss that is.
No, he's an absolute mess. Zach Wyatt, with just enough time, able to get that throw off. Mims takes it again for about a gain of 8. And here, Justin, I do think generally has done a pretty good job of setting himself up for like 3rd and short, 3rd and medium situations. Right. He's not putting himself like way out behind the curve here, which you can't always say about Justin. So I think that's a good trend I've seen from him this game.
Yeah, for sure. He's definitely yeah, like you said, he's making the easy reads on early downs, and he's just getting himself to a position where he doesn't have to force it on 3rd, even though he usually does anyway.
3-man rushes. McLaurin just able to get the first down. I thought there were multiple other players that were open. Only an elbow sprain for Jalen Carter. Jesse says, get your ass back in there.
I love that. This is week 17. We're trying to win a division here. Get your ass back on the field.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Get back on the field, baby. An elbow sprain? Rub some dirt on it. Rub some turf on it. I don't know. Again, another kind of sustained drive here for Zach Wine Company. We are going to see play action. This might be a shot play. Oh, he had the shot wide open. Instead, dumps it off to Dalvin Cook. Cook fights and takes it to the 40-yard line. But if he hits that post shot, that is a touchdown.
Yeah, Jesse, with that deep safety, he couldn't quite decide which, if he wanted to take the right side or the left side of the field, and he ended up taking neither.
Yeah. Sometimes you just get caught as a user, right? I mean,
that's a really tough one.
We've all been there.
Wrong.
Yeah. You know, maybe the user snaps it before you're kind of ready and you just kind of panic. We've all certainly been there. 2017 as he will. This time user Carter dump off wide open. Dalvin Cook with room. Cook goes up the sideline, takes the 25-yard line. Zach Wyatt, an efficient 19 for 22. I mean, gotta give him his credit as Wheatley and Dalvin Cook talking cash shit. Gotta love those animations.
Yeah, no, I think Justin's done a really good job. At least, I think he settled in a little bit after the first drive or two. He's doing a good job of just taking what the defense is giving him, taking the checkdowns. Mm-hmm. He's taking what's there.
He's missed a couple wide open reads, but it also, like, in a weird way, like, it speaks to a good, oh my god, I was like, a cross screen is not able to get that off, and Jalen Carter in the vicinity, but it kind of speaks to the approach that Justin's had, right? Because he's looking, low to high, is looking for the check down first, and sometimes that's what you got to do.
Yeah, you process over results. Like,
Mm-hmm.
as much as our society tends to look at things in terms of like what was the outcome. So long as you're doing
As
everything
he's gonna throw it right to Key. Ooh, baby.
Oh man.
That was very results over process because that should have been a
Yep.
pick.
Yep. Jesse played that perfectly. Justin played that horribly. But linebackers don't animate in this game, and Justin lives to see another down.
Also, in case y'all are wondering, because I realized I forgot to mention this, in case you're wondering why my audio quality is like way worse than it normally is, it's because I'm using like a $10 Walmart headset, because I do not have my usual mic, so we do what we gotta do here as we approach the playoffs. This is the cheapest thing I could find. 3rd and 10. Again, 2 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Really the first time that he's been in the third and long situation is he may eventually have the crossover. He's gonna take that shot. Mims taps his feet and gets in for the touchdown.
Good patience, good patience. The route was not open until just the last second, but Justin was watching it the whole way across and waited until just only his guy could get it. Nice throw, nice touchdown.
Beautiful throw. And then probably the most toxic celebration of the game, that long-ass dance that you just have to, like, as the defensive user, you just have to stare at that for, like, 10 seconds after giving up a touchdown. I hate those.
I think I got one of those in my game earlier, and it left me just thinking, man, I wish they would let me emote like I would in Fall Guys whenever I wanted. Middle of the play even. Let me just stop running and do like a little flip.
I don't understand why they don't just do it like FIFA, where there's, like 50-something, 60-something celebrations that you can just, like, pick from. Like, why do they limit you to 4? I don't get that.
Gridiron says that he can't hear me very well.
Interesting. Let me fix that real quick. Let me turn you up. I've already got you turned up. We'll turn you up even more. There we go. Hopefully that helps.
All right.
Hopefully that helps, Gridiron.
I think Justin was a little bit quiet on. I got to listen back to your guys' stream of my game before,
Gotcha.
and Justin was a little bit quiet on that one too.
Yeah, it's.
But he's always quiet.
That is kind of true, but yeah, I mean sometimes that's the nature of having a new setup. Is like I didn't really have time to like do the full setup, so it is what it is. Jalen Hurts with a RPO as Devontae Smith is. Oh my God, Devontae Smith breaks a tackle. Smith is fighting for every possible yard. Really, the only receiver who's shown up here so far for the Eagles. Is he gets his own dance off, and you'll love to see that. Lucky, I'm just going to need you to start screaming every time you have something you want to say. That's clearly what we need here.
What? Classic joke.
Classic joke. That's the type of humor we bring in Better League Network, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to subscribe. Approaching the end of the third quarter here, and y'all know what time it is once we get to that. And actually, Gridiron, I'm going to have to teach you about a little tradition we have here on Better League Network. But for now, 2nd and 10, we're going to have, again, more play actions. He will drop back, may take that shot to B as he has Devontae Smith. Oh, my God, what an animation. Smith avoids getting undercut by Lattimore. That's like the 3rd contested catch he's made today.
Wow. Yeah, hey, man. Big plays, big plays, big plays.
Huge plays. That's someone who wants it. Ladies and gentlemen, put your fours in the chat.
Why is everything so well? Dan, you're not wrong. It feels like every single thing that could happen in this game is happening out in 11.
Is this not exactly what we wanted out of the Justin Jesse game to decide the division, though? Like, this is perfect. This is perfect. Here's DeAndre Swift with room. Really good user by Justin, and then a huge hit stick to take Swift down. That's about as well as you can possibly play a stretch there, is what we just saw.
You got 2 division rivals that hate each other, and they're just headhunting this entire game.
It's beautiful. Like, in real life, you would see, like, multiple, like, unnecessary roughnesses. You'd see, like, some fights at this point. Again, good news, ring no one's open. Jalen Hurts is going to take off. I would be very scared here. Okay, yeah, he's going to throw it away.
Cue the Russell Wilson circus music as he starts trying to spin around.
I thought we were about to see him just yeet that up to the end zone and just... Oh, my God. Is this 4-down territory for you? Or do you think it's too early to say that?
I think I'm playing here to make it a more manageable 4th down. If it's 4th and 10 or more, I think I'm taking the field goal. I think if I can get it down to like 4th and 6, 4th and 5,
yeah.
I'm going for it.
Yeah, I better be real confident on play here. He's going to drop back with Stewart. Has a crosser wide open, hits it. Bit of a weird animation from Goddard. Still able to get the first down. Gets leveled by Lattimore, but that's exactly what Jesse needed. Huge first down for the Eagles.
Huge first down. Jalen Hurts, 10 of 15, 150 yards. Still no interceptions, even though he's had a couple close ones. You know, we've talked about some questionable reads from these users, but there's only been, one interception so far?
Only one, yeah, is not just for about a gain of 5, but yeah, only one pick. I mean, we've seen a couple. You would say that maybe could have been intercepted, but
sure.
Yeah, but it's not like they're passing poorly, like whatsoever. It's not compared to the shit show that Jordan Love put out there. My God, as we're gonna have a stretch here, slipped with room. Ooh, takes us to the 1 yard line. Was not quite able to land that last block.
Pro Bowler Jordan Love, right?
If Jordan Love makes the Pro Bowl, I mean, you gotta. Oh my God, most fraudulent conference there is if Jordan Love's a Pro Bowler. That's crazy to me. First and goal, whole playbook open to you. We're gonna see a simple stretch and a simple cut up and a simple touchdown for the Eagles.
There it is. There it is. Back in the lead.
Yep.
Time for Justin to see if he's got that clutch gene.
Yep. Just doesn't have that dog in him. Because, unlike Jesse, who, even if he loses this game, his record and his conference record, like, he's getting into the playoffs for sure. We don't know if Justin's making the playoffs yet, so...
Yeah, Justin's still in that gray area. He doesn't need to win just for the division. He needs to win for everything.
Yeah.
This is a huge drive for him. This is a season year.
Yeah. The soup is only getting thicker and thicker in the NFC, so we'll see what he's able to do as McLaurin takes it up, has no type of room, jukes once, and gets taken down to the 17-yard line, and now is 83 yards to potentially determine the trajectory of the season here for the Washington Commanders. Can Zach Wyatt do it? Can Dalvin Cook do it? We shall see. What do you think, Lucky?
Can he do it?
Yes.
He can do it. Will he do it? No, I don't think he's going to do it.
Okay. Dancing D up. He knows where his bread's buttered here. Dalvin Cook with room. Cook with a beautiful inside zone. Follows the blockers nicely. Takes it to about 30-yard line. We have barely seen Dalvin Cook get any action this game. It's been all Zach Wyatt.
Yeah, and you also have to look at, he's got 8 carries right now.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if Zach White has any off the top of my head. I assume he has one, but if you're Justin, you do have to consider, like, you have to make sure you get to that 10 carries, even if it's not something that you would want to be doing in this game situation.
Fitzpatrick has 5, so he's fine. I forgot about the backup.
Never mind.
Yeah. I was about to say, I feel like Justin's been running the ball quite a bit, but yeah.
Well, I like this patient approach early on. Obviously, time is not an issue it's not an issue for him at all.
Not whatsoever.
But
yeah.
It's still nice to see him taking his time, just make the smart play like he has been for most of the games.
Keep taking the checkdowns, keep being safe as he has. Oh my Lord! Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh Lord!
Oh man! You know what? I mean,
this is kind of dumb if I'm being honest. Oh Lord!
I mean, that's kind of like ball don't lie because Jesse's done that exact read a couple times where it hasn't resulted in picks, but also like Jesus Christ.
These receivers are fighting so hard for their QB stat lines.
Dude, the receivers have been awesome this game. Devontae Smith, I mean, that play was incredible. We've seen a couple others. Allen, who's finally here, welcome Allen, says, let's see if Justin blocks a game-winning kick. I'm still salty about that. That would be like the most Justin way to win the division. That would be incredible. As we have a stretch here. Cook with some wide open lanes, uses the blocking nicely. Cook gets leveled by Jamal Adams, who somehow didn't get injured on that play. That's not sim.
Another head hunting. I love it, man.
Yes, this is beautiful. Again, this is exactly what we need out of this game. A lot of blinkers on that fields. We're going to have, again, play action as the dump off is open. I'm not sure where Key was going, as that deep route was well accounted for, but gives up the first down.
I'm guessing he lost the deep third safety or deep third corner and thought that he had to cover for that, because you're right. There was only one guy in the field Key had to cover, and he did not do his job.
Sure didn't. And now his Hall of Fame eligibility is in question, in my opinion. Zach Wyatt going to drop back and take a huge sack. Meekins gets in immediately off the 4-man rush. As that's a backbreaker for Washington here. But, a field goal still ties it. So
well, it's rough, but also I think it's easy in this situation to feel like you have to just make sure you get at least 30. I think he still has a good opportunity to pick up 10 here and make this manageable. Don't want to
Yes.
force it, obviously, but
Dump
he's
off to
not out of it
Cook.
yet.
He does not force it. Jukes two men, does Dalvin Cook, and takes it up to the, I don't know where, 13-yard line, but regardless, 3rd and 7. That's exactly what he needed.
You also have to start thinking about time.
Did
Not so much how much time do you not having enough time for yourself, but you kind of want to maybe start milking the clock a little bit and making sure Jesse has as small amount of time as possible here.
I think you're only in that mentality if you get a first down here. Although I do hear you, oh my god, flats wide open! Dotson hits the corner, touchdown!
And there it is. This is a lot of time for Jesse, but
It is.
great drive by Justin. Absolutely terrific drive. He made all the right reads. He didn't push it too hard. 2nd and 22, backed up, found a way to just chip away at it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, didn't panic whatsoever. Stayed level-headed. You know, even after that sack to take it to 2nd and 22, you know, he hit the flats, he hit the drags twice, and with the rack yards, with the yards after catch, that was all he needed. 31-27 for the Washington Commanders, and now Jesse. You know, we were just asking if Justin can do it. We had our doubts, but he did. This Dukes, takes the 20. Now can Jesse do it? Love to say.
Sheesh. Man, I was impressed with clutch drive I've seen from Justin a long time. Absolutely. It was very good.
It was very good, yeah. 100%. Yeah, got to give Justin his flowers there. Got to get a defense stop there because both offensives have kind of had their way with the defense so far. DeAndre Swift with that X Factor activated, but not anymore because that's a loss of 1. That's likely going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Boys, we got a game.
And I'm not going to, I made a comment in our FIFA party, and I'm not going to repeat the comment, but it was about certain users in clutch situations. One of whom might be in this situation right now as we speak, so I'm curious to see if I get validated or not, as Jalen Hurts is going to roll out and nearly throw an interception as Lattimore was coming up to contain that one.
Yeah, you know, we saw Justin start the game a little bit shaky with these reads. We saw Jesse start the game a little bit shaky with these reads, but it really feels like only one of them has settled down at least for the duration of a single drive. I'm still not really impressed with what I've seen out of Jesse at almost any point in this game.
Not a ton, as he will drop back. Had RB open, instead takes that shot up. It was Swift as he hits him. St. Juice not able to knock the ball out. That was a frozen rope, and he needed it.
Yikes! Wow. I do really like that play. I like the way that I like the way that it kind of forces the defense to react to it.
Yeah. Fake jet seam, it's very boomer bust play. There it boomed as we have a handoff here. Swift with not a lot of room, although makes the most of it. Matt Milano not able to take him down. That is a gain of 3. Got to score a touchdown here, so you got to get going here a little bit.
Yeah, he's got 3 timeouts, but those can run out really quickly if he's not careful.
Calls timeout. Okay, so
He's not like that.
minute 4 remaining, 2 timeouts. You don't have to panic necessarily. You don't have to start taking deep shots, especially with what we've seen the yards after catch. But it needs to be at the very least in the back of your mind, knowing not to screw up here. So he goes to the flats, says Goddard, and that's worst case scenario. Honestly, a catch for a gain of 2, because we're gonna see no huddle here. This is where I'm a little worried if I'm an Eagles fan. The game's really hurrying up here, or speeding up, I should say, on these Eagles. Jalen Hurts will drop back. I don't see anyone. Throws it right to Milano. Oh, what a catch by Watkins! Wow.
Holy shit.
No huddle again. I probably would have called timeout there, but Jalen Hurts. These wide receivers are making play after play here. 15 seconds left. Really should have called timeout. He's going to drop back. May take a shot to RB. No, said Jalen Hurts is going to roll out. 9 seconds. Time mismanagement from the Eagles.
Oh. Jesse, he's gonna walk away from this game with at least 1 timeout, and there's nothing he can do about it at this point. That's just tough clock management. I think that play ended with 35 seconds?
Oh my god. Something like that, yeah. 30 at the very least is, yeah. I was immediately saying should have called timeout, but here we go. So he will again drop back on a 3-man rush. May have A open. Oh no, I was about to say will Devontae Smith make another play instead. Benjamin St. Juiced. With the juice, if you will. 4 seconds. It is shot time.
For seconds, he's throwing up a prayer. Let's see if the receivers answer again.
It is shot time, and here we go. This is to decide the division. A lot of deep threats on that field. Dallas Goedert, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith is Hurst. Will drop back, takes a shot up to a Swift, but no, does not have the space for Commanders converge on him as Washington will win this game and all but likely seal the NFC East. What a game, Lucky. I mean, what an absolute game out of these two.
Dude, this soup is so fucking thick.
The soup is going crazy, and it tastes delicious too. It tastes delicious too, Lucky.
Justin deserved this one. Justin just played a cleaner game.
Yes.
Jesse didn't look comfortable. Has made a lot of questionable reads. That last drive, the clock management was just rough. Justin deserved it with that game-winning drive. Fantastic game all around. Just one of the more entertaining ones I've watched in a while. But
sheesh. We do have Justin in here, so we'll get straight to questions. Justin, that was a sweaty one. That was a crazy one. Just crazy moments galore in that game all the way from the first quarter to the fourth. And it is your Washington Commanders who walk away with this and control of your own destiny for the division. Before we get to questions, I'll just ask, how you feeling?
God damn. His receivers were not dropping shit.
No.
But, yeah, I'm feeling great after that. Really needed that. Still not sure what my playoff status is. I don't know if Jesse still has the division or not. But, I'm shaky and sweaty.
Yeah, we did some calculations before it, and the tiebreaker goes pretty deep, but I do think you might have it at this point. It's going all the way down to common game. But
yeah. I was about to say it's got to be like common games or something, right?
You should. Well, no, I think it's actually conference record, because you're tied on conference games, so it's conference record. Which, if you beat Nick, you'll have that over Jesse. But
just lose to Nick.
That would be funny.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. That would be funny. I mean, no other way around it. I guess my question for you is this: 10 wins, you've all but definitely locked up a playoff berth. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, this is your first playoff berth of the cycle, right?
Did I make it season? I think I made it season 1, right? And I lost to Heroes Packers.
Potentially. Okay, potentially. But okay, at the very least, your first playoff berth in a few seasons. So, what's the confidence level at? When you look at the rest of the NFC, which is as soupy as a conference has ever been.
Going by my very soupy schedule of having a lot of good wins over playoff users, but having losses over like 3-win users, I'm cautiously optimistic about it. I'm going to go in confident because I've been a lot better in the clutch this season. That's been the whole thing this whole season for me. This whole cycle for me really is I either lose by a possession or I win up by a possession. Nothing's ever a blowout either way. So being able to have games like this where I sweat it out and actually win build the confidence way more than any other win would do.
Lucky, what do you got?
Justin, great win. It felt like, from my perspective, you came out and we saw some of those early on. We saw some of those vintage Zach Wyatt scrambling out, throwing crossbody into double coverage plays. It was quite a bit like the first and second quarter, but it felt like you settled in, started getting the checkdowns a little bit more as the game went along. Can you kind of take me through a little bit how your mindset changed throughout the game? Do you feel like you settled in at a certain point?
Yeah, there's a couple plays where I was like, okay, I need to chill the fuck out before I do something stupid. There was that one where I threw in a double coverage because I thought he was gonna leave the guy with his user, and it was two guys were on there, neither of them picked it, luckily enough, the Teely effect. But after plays like that, I was like, okay, lock in. Zach Wyatt doesn't have to throw the ball all the way down the field every play. And eventually that's pretty much what I did on my final drive, to just chip away at him. He was just set for the deep shots, and I was taking the flats, taking stuff that he was giving me.
Yeah, I think what really impressed me, the sequence that impressed me that I don't think, frankly, we would have seen from you previous cycles is, you're at around the 30-yard line, 1st and 10, you take a big sack, right? It's like a 12-yard sack. You go down in 2nd and 22. But, like, you don't panic. You don't start, like, forcing deep shots. Like, you hit your checkdowns, you hit your flats twice in a row, and, end up getting the first down and ultimately the touchdown. And I think, frankly, that sequence alone, honestly, gave me belief in you in the playoffs that I wouldn't have necessarily had otherwise, because I thought that was really impressive, and I just want to, give you your flowers. That was nice.
That's one thing I had to kind of learn with Zach Wyatt is I take a lot of long distance sacks like that, which I try not to do, but it happens when I try to like make something out of nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But stuff like that, I'm like, okay, I need to make this like a 2nd and 10 because that's you don't need all that in 2nd down. 2nd down, just take a nice like 5-6 yards, and then you can go for the 3rd down. It's you got three plays to make it. You don't need to get into.
Absolutely. Lucky, as we wrap this up, as Justin all but seals the NFC East, you got any final thoughts on this game or anything else? Again, the floor is yours.
Just that I think that this game further sealed what we've kind of known about this conference all year, in that it really is just anybody's game any week. Like, Ben is obviously a couple games ahead of number 2 in the conference, and as I said before, he's earned that. But for the most part, there's not really anybody in this conference that I would call a heavy favorite to win any individual game. So I really think that we're in for an exciting playoffs with that in mind.
Gridiron 614, welcome to Bear League Network. We appreciate you showing up in the chat. We got a lot more. We got many more broadcasts coming up because we got this, then we got Week 18, and then playoffs are just around the corner. So you will hear my voice, you will hear the voice of my league mates plenty more times over this coming week or so, and we appreciate you showing up. And we honestly had a lot of guys in the chat. This was one of the more active chats I've seen in a while. Obviously, Dan living and dying with every play. Didn't love the result, obviously, but I'm sure we'll talk about that a lot pretty soon. Justin, again, congrats on the dub. 31-27 win over Jesse's Philadelphia Eagles to probably secure the division. Love y'all. Peace!